What are the 6 big mistakes that homeowners make when they sell their home? I'm Phoenix real estate agent John Cunningham with eXp Realty. When we come back, we're going to talk about those 6 mistakes and how to avoid them. Now, those 6 big mistakes that homeowners make and how to avoid them when it's time to sell their house. Number 1, picking the wrong agent. You know, I'm going to tell you a quick story about a client of mine that I met a few years ago, and I went to sell their home, and I met with them, and I asked them what they felt like their home could sell for, and they gave me a price, and I knew that it was $20,000, $25,000 below market value. This house was in pristine condition, and I knew that it was going to be well received when it was time to sell. So I gave them my advice. I said, you know, I really think we should list it here rather than here. They took my advice. We sold it in one day, had multiple offers. It was a great experience for everybody. Now, I could have taken the easy route. I could have listed it at that price well below market and easily sold it. So rule number 1 is make sure you're working with an agent that you feel good about. Pick the right agent, interview them, and if you can, get some references. Number 2, overpricing the home. Just as it's a huge, obvious mistake to underprice your home and leave money on the table, it's equally true to overprice your home. Here's why. If you overprice your home, people are going to be repelled from the property. They're not going to want to come and see it. They're going to look at the ones that are priced right and buy those. Your house is going to do nothing more other than drive them to other properties and justify the purchase that they're making elsewhere. In some cases, you might get some people to look at the house and you might be wondering, why aren't I getting any offers? Sometimes people don't want to insult the homeowner, feeling like they think that it's worth far less than the homeowner does, so they don't want to offend anyone. This is a big reason why sometimes overpriced homes don't get the offers that they should and the showings that they should. So overpricing can really be detrimental. It can also cost you money in that as it sits on the market and doesn't sell, maybe you're making house payments that you wouldn't have needed to make had you got it sold more quickly. So overpricing is definitely mistake number 2. Failing to make simple repairs. You know, if you've got simple and obvious repairs that need to be taken care of, it's really inexpensive to have a good handyman come in and just knock those things out. A lot of times people want to buy something that isn't going to take a lot of fiddling around in order to get things right. They feel less intimidated by taking on a home that doesn't have a lot of small repairs that are going to really kind of drive them crazy and maybe overwhelm them. Number 4, neglecting to declutter the home. This is a big one. It's one of the things that costs next to no money. You know, putting all your knickknacks into a box, all the family pictures, all the things that you don't need, and storing those off-site really makes a big difference. You want that buyer to come in and be able to see clearly what it's going to be like for them to live there. They don't want to see all your stuff. You want to have nicely placed furniture, well thought out design pieces in place, countertops clear and free of clutter. So number 4 is declutter. Number 5 is not allowing adequate access to your home. You know, if you put real restrictions on the showings, like people can only come and see it on Saturday between 1 and 3 o'clock and on Wednesdays from 5 to 6 o'clock, you're really shooting yourself in the foot and you're not making it convenient for the buyers who are out in the marketplace ready to see your home. So do everything possible to make your home showable, in good condition, and available for people to see at their convenience rather than yours. And finally, number 6, not getting over emotional about the home selling process. Here's why. Sometimes an offer will come in, it might be a little bit lower than you were expected, and I can tell you that that can really set a seller off. I always urge buyers to be realistic with their offers, but you might be getting an offer from somebody, and they might perhaps know that your home has been on the market for a while and it still hasn't sold, so you kind of can't blame them for trying to see whether or not you might be willing to reduce the price a little bit, and their offer comes in, and if you get offended and kick them to the curb, you might never know whether or not they were really willing to give you a little bit better offer. So it's always worth countering and seeing whether or not they're willing to come up a little bit. Just because they offer a little bit below market or well below market doesn't mean that they are not willing to come up. So these are the 6 big mistakes that homeowners make when it's time to sell their home. Don't make those mistakes when it's your turn to sell your home. I'm Phoenix real estate agent John Cunningham with eXp Realty. Thanks for watching this video. See ya.